Hi there, I'm going to try and take you with me. I have my mise en place set up. So I have 2 eggs for my omelette demonstration, 2 teaspoons of shredded cheese, and a teaspoon of the yellow onion that I had cut up the last time. So the first thing I'm going to do is crack my eggs. So I crack the eggs on the side of the bowl and pull them apart. If I get shells inside the bowl, I'm just going to take the shell, other part of the shell, the bigger part of the shell, and I can scoop it out. It'll actually stick to each other. So I'm going to put this in my scrap bowl here. So I have 2 eggs. I'm going to whisk them together. I'm going to add, sorry, I'm just going to wipe off my hands. I'm just going to add a pinch of salt. So at our house, we keep our salt in a little container, and then we have a little scoop inside of it, so we don't have dirty fingers in there. And then I pour it into my hands so I can see exactly how much I'm putting in. And I just want a couple pinches of salt and some pepper. And that's it. So I'll take my whisk and I start to whisk my eggs. I want to make sure that they're fully incorporated, that there isn't any, when you lift it up, there isn't any white that is kind of a stringy bit. Let me see if I can do it. See that stringy piece? So we know that they aren't combined yet enough. So we'll keep whisking and whisking and whisking. There we go. So we can see the difference. There's a bit of bubble in it. I'll just stick the whisk away. So I'm going to turn on my stove. This is a bit of a project in patience. So I'm going to take a bit of butter. I'm going to add it into the pan. I want this to really get heat up. So that was about a half a tablespoon of butter. So I'm using the only pan that I have here. Sorry. It's a non-stick pan. So I'll take you over here now so you can see what's going on. Where's the best spot to put this? Maybe I'll see if I can use a pot to flip it over and give you a better view this way. Sorry, I knew that you wouldn't want to see the butter melt, and I've been fiddling around with this camera trying to get it in a good spot for you. So you can see all my butter's melted. I've got my stove on medium low. I don't want, if I think that the pan's too hot, I'll just take it off of the burner. So I'm going to put in my 2 eggs. And then I'm going to make sure that the eggs go all the way around that pan, all the way to the edges. Then I'm going to just watch them heat up. So our goal is to not have it brown. So I'm just going to lift it off the edges a little bit. And then I'm going to go into the middle and move that egg on the top around. so I can make sure that everything cooks evenly. I wish I had a smaller pan than this, but I'm sorry. I have limited things up here. And so I'm just gonna let it bubble like that. It's almost done. I will add, this is when I add in the cheese, so I'm gonna lift up this little spatula. I'm gonna move this around. See how we have the foamy part at the top? That's what we're looking for. So I'm gonna take my spatula, I'm gonna flip this over, I'm gonna flip the edge over here, and this is where I'm going to put in my filling, or the topping that I want. So I'm gonna put in some cheese. And I spread it around so it melts as we go. I'll put in that onion, spread it around a little bit. I don't want to have a big clump of onion somewhere. So I will take the spatula, and I'm gonna move this over. And then the last thing I'm going to do is switch my pan so gravity can help me. I'm gonna tip it over and flip the last part of it. My goal is I'm trying to get a half moon shape. And that's my omelet.